God cannot bless what you refuse to market. And I need you to sit with that for a second because you're probably praying for more right now, praying for increase. You're probably praying for breakthrough. You're probably praying that God grows your business, but you're not marketing what He gave you. You're not putting it out there for people to see. You're keeping it hidden and wondering why the blessings aren't coming. Let me tell you something like a personal story here. There was a time where I was in the same situation. I was on my knees every night just praying, asking God to bless my business, asking Him to send me more clients, asking Him to open doors. But when it came time to actually market what I had, I froze. I was insecure about it. I was honestly scared of what people would think. I was worried about being too salesy. I was also afraid of rejection. So I would pray for growth, but refuse to do what it takes to actually create growth. I would ask God to bless my business, but I wouldn't tell anyone my business exists. Then I'm wondering why nothing's happening. Here's what I learned. God gave you the gift. He's given you something that can help people. He's given you a solution to someone else's problem. He's given you a skill, a message, a service, a product that can genuinely change someone's life. But if they don't know it's available, how can you reach them? How can you actually impact them? If they don't know you have the offer, how can they say yes? If you're hiding what God gave you, you're not just hurting yourself, you're hurting the person who needs what He gave you. Let me break this down into 3 points. Three things you need to understand if you want God to bless your business. The first thing, God gave you the gift, but marketing it is your responsibility. You might be thinking that if God called you to something, He'll just provide everything. He's just going to do it all. You think that if it's His will, doors will just open, clients will just appear, money will just come. But that's not how it works. God gives you the gifts. He gives you the calling. He gives you the talent, but He expects you to steward it. He expects you to be faithful with it. He expects you to put in the work. Think about the parables of the talents. The master gave three servants talents. Two of them invested what they were given. They multiplied it. They stewarded it well. One of them buried it in the ground. He was afraid. He was insecure. He didn't want to risk it. And when the master came back, he was furious. Not because the servant lost the money, but because he didn't do anything with it. He buried what he was given. And you might be doing the same thing right now. God gave you the gift and you're burying it because you're afraid to market it. You're afraid to put yourself out there. You're afraid of what other people will say. You're afraid of failing. But let me tell you something. Burying your gift is not humility. It's disobedience. If God gave you something that can help people, you're keeping it to yourself. That's not modesty. That's selfishness. Because the person who needs what you have is out there right now searching for a solution. They're trying everything and you have it, but they'll never find out because you refuse to market it. So here's the practical step for you right now. Ask yourself this question. What gift has God given you that you refuse to share? What skill, what message, what service am I keeping hidden because I'm afraid? I need you to write it down and then commit today to putting it out there. Post about it, talk about it, market it because God cannot bless what you refuse to share, what you refuse to put out. Point number two, marketing is not manipulation, it's mission. Ooh, I know, I know. We've been lied to. We've been told that being out there marketing and pushing our stuff is a manipulation tactic. It's not. This is where you might be stuck. You think marketing is dirty. You think selling is ungodly. You think promoting yourself is prideful. But that's a lie from the enemy to keep you stuck, to keep your gifts hidden. Let me reframe this for you. Marketing is simply telling people what you have available so they can make an informed decision. You're not forcing them. You're not going to hold them against a wall and say, buy it now. That's not what you're doing. That's it. You're not manipulating anyone. You're not forcing anyone to buy what you have. You're not tricking anyone. You're not making them buy it or else you're going to do this, do that. No, you're making them aware that, hey, a solution exists. And if that solution can genuinely help them, then it's your responsibility to let them know about it. Think about it like this. If you had the cure for cancer and you kept it to yourself, because you know what? I don't want to seem too pushy. Would that be humble? Do you see that as humility? No, that is actually cruel. The same thing applies to what you're building. If you have a service that can actually help someone, that can help them grow their business, and you're not doing nothing about it, you're hiding it, and you don't tell them about it because you're afraid of being salesy, you're doing them a disservice. If you have a message that can help someone else pursue their purpose, for them to get the outcome they need, and you keep it to yourself because you're insecure, you're robbing them of a transformation. Marketing is a mission. It's telling people, here's what I have, here's how it can help you, and if you want it, it's available. That's not manipulation, that's stewardship. Jesus didn't hide the gospel, he preached it everywhere he went. He told people about the kingdom. He made it known. He marketed the message. And he expects you to do the same with what he's given you. So stop feeling guilty about promoting your business. Stop feeling bad about selling your services. And please hear me. Stop apologizing for marketing your gift. If it helps people, market it boldly. Be bold about it. Step out and say, this is what I have available. If it changes lives, you need to be promoting it unapologetically. If it's from God, why are we hiding it? I need you to shift your mindset from I'm selling to I'm serving. Every time you market your business, remind yourself that you're not being pushy. You're making someone aware of a solution they've been praying for. You're answering someone's problem. You're fulfilling your mission. And there's nothing ungodly about that. And point number 3, your insecurity is blocking someone else's breakthrough. This is the hardest truth to hear, but it's really important that we cover this. Your fear of marketing isn't just hurting you, it's hurting the person who needs what you have. Think about it like this. Right now, there's someone out there struggling with the exact problem that you solve. You know how to solve this problem. They're praying for help. They're searching for an answer. They're asking God to send them a solution. And you have it. But they never know about it. They don't know that you exist because you think you can't do it. You're too caught up in your emotions. Your fear of rejection is blocking their breakthrough. Your fear of judgment is keeping them stuck. Your insecurity is standing between them and their answer. And I don't say that to make you feel bad. I say that to honestly just wake you up, because when you realize that your obedience to market what God gave you is directly connected to someone else's deliverance, it changes everything. You stop worrying about what people think. You stop caring if you look salesy. You stop being paralyzed by fear because it's not about you anymore. It's about them. The person who needs what you have. The person who's been praying for exactly what you offer. The person who's one click away from finding out that you exist, from finding out you're about your solution. But because you refuse to market it, here they are. I need you to write down the name of one person who could benefit from what you have to offer. You already know this person. I feel like you know who this person is. It could be a real person or just a description of your ideal client. Then ask yourself, if this person is out there right now searching for help, how will they find me if I don't post, if they don't know my solution exists? That question right there should light a fire up under you, because the answer is they won't find you. If you don't market, they won't find you. They'll find someone else, someone who's less qualified than you, someone who cares less than you, someone who's worse at what you do, someone else who's going to actually manipulate them and use them and extort money out of them and not actually bring them value. And you're still here wondering why God isn't blessing your business. Let me bring this home for you. God cannot bless, again, what you refuse to market. He gave you the gift, but marketing it is your responsibility. Marketing is not manipulation, it's mission. And your insecurity is blocking someone's breakthrough. So stop praying for more if you're not willing to do more. Stop asking God to bless your business if you're not willing to tell people that your business exists. Stop hiding what he gave you because you're afraid of what people will think. The person who needs what you have is out there right now, and they're waiting for you to start showing up. So show up, market boldly, promote unapologetically, and watch God bless what you finally decide to put out there. I hope this helps.